All right, good afternoon. We're going to talk about today's or this week's lesson 3, origins and beliefs of Buddhism. Oops, lesson 3 is Hinduism. We'll get to lesson 4, Buddhism next. All right, so we're going to click on this, and for the sake of me showing you, I'm going to click preview. All right, instructions. Complete lesson check questions number 1 through 4 on the last page. So on the very last page, those are where the lesson check questions. Mandatory is 1 through 4. Everything else, as it says here, all the other questions are extra credit. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Now, one thing I am going to show you is I'm going to do a split screen, and we're going to pull up, for those of you who want to do the backup plan, which I highly, highly, highly recommend. You hit the Windows screen, the left arrow, and then in my case, I don't already have it open, so I got to click on my desktop. I'm going to minimize this real quick. I have my history assignments. All right, so we are going to move this over to the right. We're going to pull this all the way down, and then we're going to pop Savas back up. So now, as you can see, everything's side by side. As you can see, I already did the, started off the ones for lesson 4. So again, if a student wanted to, they could sit there and go, okay, I want to do the extra questions. So I'm going to do the startup. So then they would have their answer. Because the other nice thing is, again, with the startup, with the backup plan, you can do this. You can go highlight, copy, so Control-C, paste. Oops, it doesn't like doing that. The other thing you can do is actually go the other direction, is you would type your answer in. So what does it suggest to you about Hinduism? They appreciate color and patterns in their art and buildings, let's say. Okay, so we'll actually copy this and paste it over to our Word document, because sometimes it doesn't like to go the other direction. All right, now this is usually a good sign when it says this saved part, but just in case, that's always why I recommend moving it over here. Okay, so the only thing I ask is when you're doing these, doing all the other little ones, go, okay, understand effects, and then just pop in the answer. Okay, now we'll just skip ahead to the lesson check questions. All right. So lesson check number 1. So describe how gurus helped Hinduism to grow. So again, this isn't a 1 to 2 word answer here. So gurus were the teachers, the religious teachers. So, and again, this would be a really good spot to go forward. And again, all of these highlighted ones, these bold ones, that usually means that's a vocabulary word. So you can even skip back to the start of the chapter and get the definition. And that can help you with the answer in this case. Because if they're asking what a guru is a thinker or a teacher. Gurus spread, and it's a proper noun, so we should capitalize it, Hinduism by traveling around and teaching others about it. Now, again, so you're going to save this. Make sure you save it frequently. Computers are usually getting much better about doing the autosave, but just in case, I'm old school paranoid about my stuff not getting saved. So what you do is, again, you'd actually go back and you can sit there, and since I accidentally typed it in here first, you can just copy it. So again, notice my first letter is capital. I've got punctuation. It looks good. I'm going to go ahead and save it. Okay. So again, this is something where if you type it in here, you notice right now I can't do anything about it. So I'm going to go like this. And again, you can go back and copy it over here if you need to. But since we started over here, so we're going to close it back. Now, again, these are all definitions. So you're going to describe Hinduism using those terms. So let's start here this time. So moksha, and I don't have to go forward because I know what this is. Moksha is the release from the endless cycle of rebirth. So it's the goal, and the goal of every Hindu. A Brahmin is a religious teacher. Oops. And a member of the highest caste in India. Karma is the idea that whatever energy, geez, I can't spell, or actions you put forth will come back to you. So again, I'm going to take this, copy, paste. Now in this case, I'm going to remove the numbering on it because it's only, there's only, that's all number 2. And then you can just, if you need to do this, you can do this. Okay, it's not a big deal. All right. So again, you can go back and forth, and that's what it's looking for. Okay. So number 3, how did the Upanishads and the Hindu epic poems contribute to the growth of Hinduism? So the Hindu epic poems are a lot like Greek mythology. Same with the Upanishads. They really talk about creation stories of the gods, etc., so forth. So you can go back in the chapter. And again, Upanishads is one of your keywords to look for. Here's your definition of karma. Here's your Brahmin. Oh, I'm thinking of Brahma for my other one, so I guess that answer is wrong. I got to go back and fix that. All right. Okay, so, and this is the ideas. So the ideas survived in writings known as the Upanishads. The Upanishads made connections between heavenly forces and people's lives. So it's basically, when we talk about their holy scriptures, if we're talking about Christianity, this would be like their Bible. Oops. So, and it helped make direct connections from the gods to the people, and from the people to the religion. All right, so you've got the epic poems, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Um, these are, like I said, they're a lot like the Greek mythology. It's explaining religious ideas and telling people how they should live their lives. So it's those kind of morality tales. So if we go back to, okay, Brahma, a Brahmin that's pretty much the supreme cosmic force. Hello, come back. Okay. All right, supreme cosmic force or God. Now, again, we said, okay, the Upanishads, you'll have to excuse me, Indian proper nouns, names and stuff are difficult for me to spell on my own. I literally have to copy it. So the Upanishads were teachings by the gurus to connect people to the ideas of Hinduism. The epic poems taught about the gods and how people should live their lives. And again, so we're going to pull this, we're going to copy and paste so that we have our answer saved. Then we're going to close it out. Now, why might a Hindu offer food or flowers to a god such as Shiva? So we're going to look back in here for the key term of Shiva. Shiva is one of the very important gods of Hinduism. So the Brahmin verse, such as Shiva, but it's not telling us why they're offering flowers and gifts. I mean, I kind of know why they do it, but let me see if I can find it in here for you. All right. So the easiest one is to go forward to here. Okay, so right here is one of the reasons why they make offerings is their religion allows them to have a temple. They would go to a temple, or they could even have a small shrine in their house where they could offer flowers and things of beauty to the god such as Shiva. So when you look at the answer, so why might a god or might a Hindu offer food or flowers to a god? It's to please them, to make the god happy, to get the god's favor. So again, that answer would, you can again put that here. They might offer food or flowers to a god to keep them happy so that their family prospers. And that basically means the family gets rich, the family stays healthy, good things happen, da 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 da. I was trying to find a little bit more of a specific answer in the text, but that's basically, you'll find that last one on the last page. Okay, so you can go ahead and submit this way. And again, these are the required answers. So these guys are all the required stuff. Anything on top of that is completely extra. And again, we're going to go through next in a separate video. We will go through the origins and beliefs of Buddhism. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.